These are the exact essays that got me into one of the most prestigious engineering schools in the country, the University of Michigan. Here are the 2 essays that I submitted to this school that got me an acceptance as an aerospace engineering major. If we get to 100 subscribers, I will be posting my Common App essay that got me into almost every single school that I applied for. We're so close, we got like 28 more. I will also be breaking down how I went about writing these and some advice that I have for future application years. So without further ado, here's the first essay. Choose one of the communities to which you belong and describe that community and your place within it. So I said, power over spice is power over all, boomed all around us in an alien language, subtitles piercing the pitch black screen. I glanced at my friend, and as if everyone in the audience could feel each other's goosebumps, the theater erupted in communal excitement for the opening of Dune Part 2. We who stood up represented the community who saw the beauty in Dune, the movie lovers and the cinephiles. Watching movies encompassed my childhood, and after moving away from my community of cinephiles in Florida, I created one of my own. I quickly became known as the movie guy around my new school, and eventually met others that were interested in some of the same ones as me. Several times a month, I'd host viewings in my basement for films that were foreign to most of my friends. Over time, my movie parties gained popularity, my friends invited their friends, and soon enough, people I'd never even met became regulars for my films of the week. After a month, I understood the real reason I love movies: the social connection. I was addicted to the communal screaming, laughing, and crying that made everyone in the room feel like we'd known each other forever. In my basement full of friends and strangers, we all met through the screen. Watching movies with people was an unexpected spark of connection through 2-hour shared experiences of everything to intense horror to bittersweet sob fests. I love being the host that brings people together through a passion for cinema. As I prepare to embark for college, leaving behind the community that I created, it'll soon be time to create a new one again. After all, Dune Messiah will come to theaters during my first semester at the University of Michigan. I can't wait to see who I'll bring. Alright, so honestly, I didn't really have a community to write about. My race, as I'm a mixed, so I'm half white, I'm half Latino. I don't fit into either one of those categories. I've never attempted to embrace either one. One of the things that I really wanted to convey was, again, my passion for movies, because that is something that has followed me throughout the course of my entire life. And one of the things I wanted to do was create a unique community that nobody would talk about, and I thought that this would be the way to go. I genuinely think this was successful. I also wanted to convey that the community was one that I wanted to bring with me and create in the University of Michigan. I think that's also a subset of this essay that the University of Michigan wants to see, even if it's just a brief mention of, I'm going to create it at the University of Michigan, or maybe a small little plan of how you were going to create it. I think I could have expanded a little bit more on how I was going to create this community at Michigan. That's essentially how my mind was wrapped around this essay prompt. So moving on to the second essay, and in my opinion, the most important essay, demonstrate why you are a good fit for the specific college or school for your chosen major. Describe the unique qualities that attract you to the specific undergraduate college or school to which you are applying at Michigan. How would that curriculum support your interests? So I said, the Apollo 15 lunar mission, consisting of an all-Michigan crew, launched 1 year before the program ultimately fell victim to budget constraints. The lunar sample displayed in FXB that I saw the first time that I toured isn't just a symbol of Wolverine resilience, but a stark reminder that we haven't returned to the moon in over half a century. For space exploration, if the sky isn't the limit, then cost efficiency is. Working in a gas surface interactions lab has shown me the importance of reducing the cost of space systems designs by tinkering with computational heat shield models that aim to replace the costly experimentation of various protective systems. Engineering financially sustainable rocket systems would allow us more liberty to discover the unknown. At Aerospace Engineering, I will be at the forefront of cost-efficient systems design that could have allowed research initiatives like Apollo to continue. Taking advantage of UM's unmatched breadth of technology and facilities in AE, I'll have the chance to expand my interests into other sustainability fields. For instance, turbopumps that produce high-pressure fluids into combustion chambers are the most expensive part of even today's best rockets. At the Plasma Dynamics and Electric Propulsion Laboratory, research projects such as analyzing plasma measurements for several new ion and electric thruster concepts under Dr. Benjamin Jorn will further my interest in space exploration renewability by not having to rely on high-cost turbopumps. Financially sustainable rocket systems are the key to our interplanetary future. But this still isn't enough. Though rocket launches aren't widespread enough to cause much of a harmful impact on the climate now, it is a rapidly growing industry. I want to be part of the necessary efforts to engineer more environmentally sustainable propulsion mechanisms that don't slowly eat away at the ozone layer in the upper stratosphere. Aerospace engineering for the benefit of humanity must extend to the benefit of our planet too. With courses like Aerospace 335, I can build a foundation of propulsion mechanisms and techniques from which to enter a research setting with. Aerospace 335 emphasizes the environmental effects of various propulsion systems and provides an opportunity to design such engines with implications for eco-friendly launch. Alongside this, Aerospace 350 and 423 provides expansive, fundamental, and complex applications that will be extremely crucial in developing a strong framework for accurate and reliable simulation models for systems. At the end of the undergraduate program, I'm excited to enroll in direct study and special topics in AE under the direct mentorship of world-class faculty members to specialize in merging system simulation modeling with environmentally and financially efficient rocket propulsion. The more cost-efficient and sustainable our space systems design becomes, the more rockets we can safely blast into space. More astronauts and pioneers, more research projects, and more payloads with civilization-expanding cargo rely on the efficiency of the rockets they ride on. UM's diverse and interdisciplinary aerospace program will transform me into the multifaceted engineer, launching me to make space travel and long overdue extraterrestrial research more affordable for both our wallets and our atmosphere. As evident as it was for the Apollo 15 crew, Michigan is the portal that will lead me to work for the next generation of space programs and expand the space industry to planets beyond without having to sacrifice our own. I stress the importance of needing to be cost efficient with rockets in terms of modeling, for example, relying on simulations and developing simulations for experimentation instead of sending things to space each time. That costs a lot of money. Then I kind of transitioned into talking about not only being economically sustainable, but being environmentally sustainable as well. What I really like about this is that I stress the University of Michigan's opportunity to give me this new perspective on space sustainability through environmentally friendly rockets, which honestly isn't really talked about a lot in the aerospace industry. I think I really hit the nail on the uniqueness points there. It's actually really funny because the first time that I wrote this essay and I sent it to a friend to edit, it was all about cost sustainability. She actually made a good point that only focusing on the economics of rockets would make me sound pretentious. That is something that I do want to look into when I grow up, but I will be honest that this wasn't my main passion going into writing this essay. It was something that I took off of a suggestion. Everything that seems jargony are actual things that are happening at these labs and classes at the University of Michigan. Use your word count to expand on the details of what you want to be involved with. Mention certain labs, mention certain classes and professors at the University of Michigan, and really lock in your intro and conclusion for how long this essay really is, and that will give you the most captivating and the most effective second essay prompt. All right, that's all I have for the University of Michigan. If you guys want more college essay videos for all of my other schools, please make sure to subscribe. Remember, if we get 100 subscribers, I will be dropping my Common App essay that got me into the University of Michigan, as well as many other schools. All right, thank you guys so much. Just subscribing to the channel helps the channel a lot and motivates me to keep going. So thank you guys so much for the support. All right.